Hey, what's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Dr. Dreadful organ grinder. Go ahead and show you the box real quick. Show you the back of it. Now I hope this video ain't like 18 minutes long like the stomach churner one was, because that sucked. And just as you guys know, I did get the Zombie Lab in the mail yesterday, and the box is way bigger than this box, so I'm not really looking forward to doing that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this open. Go ahead and cut this box open, see what the insides are, and read the instructions and commence to putting it together. Let's go ahead and open real quick and show you what all comes inside. Now I gotta remember, well, doing this video, not to try to talk as much and then try to, edit out as much as I can. So this is everything. Looks like a lot of parts. I do like their use of the color green. I love that. So let me open up these bags, read the instructions, and I'll show you me putting this together. Okay, let me just go ahead and try to assemble this real quick. This thing says you gotta use like very warm water when you're using this, so it might be a little difficult to do this. But this part right here just snaps on right here. Okay. Then the next part, you take this thing and you put the crank on it. This part, and I guess that attaches here, like so. Next step is on the other side. You take this handle and just snap it there. Oh, that's supposed to be the other way. So we'll go ahead and correct that. Boom. And then the next step will be, I guess you just take one of these molds when you're ready and just stick a mold in here when you got the thing ready. And then somehow you're supposed to crank it or something. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know. I'll figure that out. And then for this thing right here, you just put that in there. I guess you mix your liquid in here. Take this plunger attached to this, and then when you want to fill it, you stick it in and go, and it pushes the liquid up in there, and then you take that out and add this in there. So that's pretty much the assembly. You got some tweezers and the standard mixing thing. So yeah, let me figure out how you do this and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I filled up a bottle of water with hot water. Okay, now here's the thing. I got this working. It doesn't really work as good when it gets to this spot right here, but it works, all the way the other round, so that works. Now this mold, move this out of the way. As you see, it makes the gut, like the heart or the gut, the guts in the middle. I think one's a heart, this one, and this is probably like intestines. Then in the corners, you make bugs. Well, I guess you make the bugs separate. So I'm gonna make one mold with just bugs. And then the other mold, I'm going to make the guts. So let's go ahead and get that started. In this little cup, I'm going to add 2 scoops of bug mix and 2 scoops of water and mix it up. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready, and I'll be back in a couple seconds. Okay. I got my bug mix. 1 scoop. 2 scoops. Now, you know what? I'll change my mind. I'm going to do the gut mold for the big one. I'm going to use the heart mold for the bugs. So this is the mold I'm going to use for the bugs. And I got to add 2 scoops of warm water. Go ahead and pour some in here. 1. 2. Spilt a little bit, but hopefully that don't matter. Mix this up. Now it tells you use very warm water. Very warm water to me sounds like hot water. So I got hot water. Okay, while I'm stirring this, I'll just come back when it's time to pour the mold. So, okay, I'm back. And it's time to start pouring the bug liquid in the mold. Now, once that's done, you stick it in the fridge or the freezer for 10 minutes. And you see this mold right here, there's a ring going around it and a ring going over here. These lock, so when you're turning it in the crank, it doesn't spill out. These don't have that. So you can't make this and the bugs at the same time. Just to let you guys know that. I never really filled up bug molds before, so I'm not really sure, you know, how much juice to put in there. Close it. Now it looks like there's juice left over, so I guess I should just go ahead and dump that in this mold, so maybe it does come with enough, you know, to make both molds. Which I don't like that you can't make the bugs and the guts at the same time, because the guts got to go in the freezer for like 10 to 15 minutes too. So you got to put the bugs in the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes, and then the guts in the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes. So that's like a half hour just making this stuff. And when you get to the part where you got to turn the crank, you got to slowly turn the crank for 4 minutes. So it's a time-consuming process. So I'm going to go ahead, pop these in the freezer, and I'll be back in about 10 minutes, which will only be a blink of an eye to you guys. And I'm back, and I just took these out of the freezer. Go ahead and open them up if I can. There we go. Now I don't know if I'm supposed to take these out when I mix the stuff in here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and leave them in since they're already in there. Because once you take them out, I mean, really, where are you gonna put them? So yeah, now to make these. I'm gonna make one for now, and then I'll make the other one, because you gotta stir it in this spinning thing for 4 minutes. So okay, add 4 cups of, or 4 things of mix and 4 things of very warm water, and stir it until it's dissolved. So let me measure that out. Okay, I just went ahead and just filled this little cup up with warm water to make it easier to measure it out. You know, just gonna stir this up, I guess. It says for easier time, coat the mold in this powder mix. I'm not really sure what that means, but yeah, let's go ahead and stir this up. Now I don't know, am I supposed to take these things out of here, these worms and bugs? Because is the thing still gonna close securely with them in there? Because they're kind of raised up and puffed up. Like this one here is like puffed up pretty big, and this one's puffed up pretty big, so I'm not really sure. So I'm gonna try it and leave them in there. So just go ahead. I think this is mixed up pretty good. Close this. Bring this over here. Now, I'm gonna stick this up in here. And this says turn it for 4 minutes. So I guess I'm gonna sit here and turn this for 4 minutes. So I'll be back in 4 minutes. Alright, I've been stirring this for a little bit. And if you look at this stuff, it's kind of thick. I mean, I think it's supposed to be kind of liquidy when you're, you know, rotating it so it fills the mold. And I added some water to it. I'm going to go ahead and add some more water to it, because I don't know if maybe I added a little bit too much powder, but I already added water to it. I don't think it's supposed to be this thick. So I don't know. This is my first time making this, so I'm not really sure how it's supposed to work, but I'm just going to go ahead and add more water and see what happens. I had to add a lot more water to it just to get it liquidy enough to where when you rotate it, you can see it moving around inside the mold, I guess, like you probably want it to do, you know, mixing it up. Because before, when I was doing this, it wasn't even moving at all. I mean, you can like set it there and let it sit, and it wouldn't even settle down to the bottom or nothing. It would just stay at the top. So I don't know. I think the next time I make it with the next mold, I'm going to use really, really hot water and see if that makes a difference. So, yeah. Okay, I've been turning this for about 4 minutes. I'll go ahead and remove this. Now this one came out looking nice. Now, let me see if I can bring these in and show you guys. This is the second one. See the air bubble right there, but it looks pretty much evenly coated in there. I think I know what the air bubble's for. This one is the one I kept adding all that liquid to. I don't know. Maybe I added too much powder, but I measured 4 scoops, so I don't know how. And you see it's even a different color because I watered it down so much, but yeah. I'm going to go stick them in the freezer for 15 minutes. Okay, I just want to show you real quick. I got them out of the molds. All the bugs are out. Bugs came up. Where's the camera? Looking good. Focus. Go ahead and show you one of the bugs from this mold. I want to make it quick. Now we already know this one right here, big bust. It did not work good. This is what it was supposed to do. There's an air bubble inside there. When you puncture it, you're going to fill it full of gel and maybe insert some of these little bugs inside of it. So I'm going to get this ready and I'll be back. Okay. First you take this this little plastic disc. Stick that in there. Add 3 scoops of gut mix. 1. Try to make this quick. 2. 3. And I also gotta make this quick because I don't want this video this long because my phone only has so many gigabytes available, and huge videos take up lots of space. So, cold water. This is bottled water from the refrigerator, so it's nice and cold. 4 scoops of that. That's mixed. You take this little cup, make sure the syringe is on here, stick it in there, and you push it down. Voila. Then I guess you take it off. Take your plunger, stick that on there. Make a little mess. Okay. Then you take your heart. Now I'm not sure how you do this. I'll try to do it from the back. Can you poke a hole in it with this? Yeah, there's a little hole in it. I'll grab some of these little bugs. Try to stick it in there. Because I do want to put at least, 3 or 4 bugs up in there if I can. If I can get this worm in there. Okay, I got 1 worm in, and I'll go with a couple flies. Okay. And I'm just going to inject this in here. Now remember, I'm doing this because I'm trying to be quick. I'm just going to go ahead and inject it the best I can. Get any air bubbles out. Let that settle down up in there, because I see an air bubble like right there. Alright. Got the whole plunger in there. And there we go. Now I'm sure if I wanted to, I could probably try to add some more bugs into it, since that gut mix or whatever it is already in there. And it has the cavity open, so there's room to work it up in there. I'm gonna go ahead and try to cram all these in there that I can. And that seems about it. But like my nephews and nieces came by last night, and they tried the spider eggs. They thought those were nasty. They tried the stomach churner drink. They thought that was nasty. So they probably think this is nasty too. I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite out of this and see that. A bunch of different flavors. Because you got the flavor from this, the outer gummy, the flavor from the worms, then the flavor from the gut mix. This heart's full of bugs. Thanks for watching my video, and let me know what you guys think. I mean, this